Hey guys, I made a video, the last video, where I titled it something like very serious, or we have to talk about something that's serious, or this video got serious. And I realized I missed a big part of this out that I wanted to actually go over. Now, in the video, I was basically getting serious, obviously, talking about what it's going to take for somebody to really just cross that line and go all out with their business and really see some success for real. Not these YouTube games where people just keep putting out advice and nobody's really taking them, and then everybody's just saluting in the comments, but there's really nobody succeeding. Sometimes to get to people, you have to be serious. You have to invoke some kind of emotion. You have to you have to be in that kind of way to get people to clearly see your message. But maybe there's a group of people who don't see it my way, who maybe just can't see it, where you have to push yourself and go hard to be something great, or to have something you haven't had. And I could say all these quotes and all these things that I truly believe, like something that I would say to myself all the time when I was struggling in business, when I was going from a zero experience individual to somebody who I am now in business. I would tell myself, you have to do things you've never done to acquire things you never had. And many people say these quotes in all different ways, and there's so many of these quotes and so many different sayings and catchphrases and all these kind of things that people could say to get you motivating, get you out of your chair, and get you moving. But something that I do want to present is that my experiences are unique to me. Everything that I've experienced from the moment I was born to who I am now are unique to me, in the same way that your experiences are unique to you, right? If somebody grows up and they believe that courses are a scam, it doesn't matter what course is in front of them, they're going to believe that every single course for the rest of their days is a scam. It's fake, right? But you could have other people who believe something else, right? My point is the experiences that you have control your ideologies, control your ideas, control the things that you do. And there was a bodybuilder not too long ago, maybe like 10 years ago, there was a bodybuilder named Jay Cutler. And for those who know or who don't know, his name is Jay Cutler. He won the Olympia many times, and he was really good bodybuilder. And he would say he would go do cardio at something like 2-3 a.m. And his gym was like a 24-hour gym. You could go in whenever you want. And he would say you got to be, only the crazy people come out at 2, 3, 4 a.m. to go do cardio. You got to be a little effed up in the head to do what he does, right? To take the steroids that he takes, and that's no knock, because it's just part of the game. But to do as much work as he did, to eat the type of foods that he did in the quantities that he ate, to get up and do the cardio, to do the health regimens, the health, all these things that he did to get where he has to be. He said you have to be a little effed up in the head to do what he does. And in my head, I was thinking the same thing when I was working on my businesses. And I want to be clear, I did not have a life. I did not have conversations with people. I didn't hang out with friends. My life literally changed in a matter of weeks. When I decided to commit myself to business, I said, this is my future. This is what I'm doing. And I'm either in or out, and I have to be all the way in. And from that point on, like I said, my life changed. So I had 2 jobs, and those jobs were paying for my college. They were paying for my car that would take me back and forth. And by the way, I was not one of these kids who were spoon-fed a great car. I acquired the car that my mom had when she passed away, and the car was worth maybe $200, $300 in value. It was a car that was falling apart, and it actually broke down while I was in college, and luckily by that time I had acquired enough money to, buy a new car, whatever. But it wasn't new; it was used as well. But you get my point. What I'm saying is I was never really given anything of high value. I had to go out and acquire it. And during this period of college, when I committed myself to doing business, I had a crazy approach. I would wake up. I would go to college classes, and I would schedule my classes as much as possible all in one day, so I'd have the rest of the week as free as possible. After college classes, sometimes they would last 4 or 6 hours, I would go to work. And after work, I would be at home. And I would work on my business the whole time. From the time I got home at night, could be 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, to 4 in the morning the next day I'd be working. And what I would do is I would fall asleep in class so I can get enough sleep so that I would be able to show up to work. And like I said, I had 2 jobs. I worked at a restaurant and I worked at JCPenney's. And I would do this over and over and over again. And finally, 6 months in, when I felt like I was at my breaking point, I didn't know what to do, I finally got my first piece of motivation. I got my first sale. For those who don't know, I've said this story a few times before, not to its entirety, but I was selling clothing where I would purchase clothing overseas. They would be shipped to me, and I would ship them out to customers. But I didn't have customers. I had to get my first order of products. So my idea was I would buy all these products and put them in Amazon. Now, mind you, I had zero experience of Amazon, and I thought that just by me putting them in Amazon that I was going to win. I thought just by doing that alone, I was going to make money. And boy, was I wrong. I had no idea what I was doing on Amazon. Took the products, put them on Amazon, and they weren't selling. I didn't get any traffic, but I didn't know what traffic was. I didn't know any of the details about business that you're supposed to know. So I thought, okay, let me pay for ads. I started paying for ads, but I realized I started losing crazy amounts of money that I putting on my credit card, and I had to wait to go work at my job to pay off the credit card. So I said, okay, I can't do this. I don't have the money for it. I literally have no cash. I have nothing. So I had maybe about $60-something left, and I figured, what if I have my own website? What if people come to my website, like Amazon.com, but it would be my own website, and they buy my products from there? Mind you, I didn't know how I was going to promote it. I didn't know how I was going to market it. I didn't know anything. But I said, okay, let me try this. Let me figure something out. So what I did was I went to a website called, I think it was Bluehost or something like that. And I bought this website subscription kind of thing for $128. Now, mind you, I only had 60-something in my bank account. Put it on my credit card, and I said, okay, let me do the math. I can get enough money by the next few days where I could put money in the bank so I could pay off the credit card. So I worked an extra day at the restaurant, and I'm not even joking around with you. We don't get paid salary in the restaurant. We got paid tips only. I made $34 that day. 34 plus the 60-something. Okay, I said, all right, let me work something out. I had a jar of coins in my house, and I took as many coins as I could, and I brought them to the bank, and I said, can I cash these coins? Can I put it, not cash them, can I put them in my bank account? And I did. I put enough, money together to where I had enough for the $128. I think I had like $129.70. I bought the website. I started learning for 3 months how to actually build a website. I had no idea what I was doing. Built the website. Then I had to figure out, how do I actually get traffic to the website? Mind you, I had over $1,000, maybe $1,500 roughly, worth of inventory in my house just sitting there, not selling. Now, I'm working at this day in, day out. Every single day I'm acquiring more knowledge. I'm building things. From the outside, everybody thought I was stagnant. Everybody thought I just spent all this money on clothing and I was doing nothing with it. But really, behind the scenes, I was working on my laptop, building stuff. To the point where when I would work downstairs in the living room at my dad's house, I'd be sitting working. My dad would be passing by, my sister would be passing by, and I would switch the screen of what I'm working on, and I would act like I'm playing World of Warcraft. And the reason why I would do that is because every single time somebody passed my computer screen and they saw me doing business work, they would be like, what are you doing? You're not studying? You're not studying for college? What are you doing? You're wasting your time on this business stuff. You're wasting your time. And I would get hackled for it, and I would get attacked for it. So people don't know this, but I have a bedroom in the house where it was upstairs, but there's no air condition that comes to that bedroom. So the bedroom, most of the time, nobody ever slept in it, but the bedroom was easily over 110 degrees on a daily basis. So I said, that's the one place that I could go where nobody would bother me, no sounds, nothing going on. I can go sit up there by myself and just work. So took my shirt off, took my shorts off, and I'm working in my underwear, basically, sitting there in 110 plus degree weather, easily, maybe 120, basically a sauna, sitting there, working, sweating bullets from the whole day as I'm in there. What I would do is, in the PM hour, 4 p.m., in the AM hour, 4 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., it would cool down a little. So it'd be like 90, 99, 100. So I'd be sitting there working. It'd be a little cooler so I could actually get some more work done. And I would save that time in the day where it would be 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 3 a.m., where it'd be a little bit cooler, right? Because the sun would be down, where I would sit down and actually do the physical stuff, packaging the orders, things like that. But this was only as the business was growing. I kept working extremely hard. And a lot of the times I would think to myself, as I'm at JCPenney's, as I'm at the restaurant working, off of 2 days of no sleep, pulling all-nighters, just working like a madman, thinking, I'm doing everything I possibly can that I've never done before so I can have things in the future that I never had before. And I would work extremely, extremely hard. Now I can look up, and if I don't want to work for the next 10 years, I don't have to. I don't have to work a single day. My point is, with this whole story, is at that point, I had only took myself to behave in this kind of way and do the things that I've done simply because I believed in myself because of the experiences that I had in my life. There's a lot of times in my personal life where I was written off, where I said, no, you can't do this, you can't achieve this, you can't do this, or you can't do that. And this was told to me over and over in many things I had in life. And I feel like I was never vindicated in a way. I was never able to be the guy that did something. And that was the chip on my shoulder, and that was the thing that motivated me. And another aspect to that coin that motivated me was, I told this story before as well, but I was in a church, and the church, I didn't leave the church, but the point is, the group of people in the church my age were all going to do something great with their lives, be doctors, engineers, veterinarians, successful things. And the way I looked at it is, if I don't make this business thing happen, I'm going to be a nobody amongst these people. And I'm going to live up to every expectation everybody else had for me. I'm going to be a loser. I'm not going to be successful. I'm not going to achieve anything. I'm not going to do anything. But all my other peers in my age group are achieving and doing things that everybody expected them to do. And I was going to be the same person that everybody else expected, a loser, nothing. And I told myself that cannot happen by any means necessary. And before I made even a penny, guys, online, I was in this period where I told myself, I have 4 years to make this thing happen, from freshman to senior year. And I was working, like I said, day and night. And then finally I had a breakthrough. 6 months in, I had my very first sale from SEO, search engine optimization. Somebody bought a hoodie that I had created, and I couldn't believe it. I refreshed the page on my dashboard. I was itching my eyes like, am I really seeing this? Like, is this real life? Now, you guys have to keep in mind that I had looked at a Elon Musk interview, and he would say, if your competitors are working 40 hours a week, you work 80 hours a week. I was doing more than 80 hours a week. I mean, 80 hours a week is a joke. I was doing way more than that. The way I figured it is I was working at least 3 times more than the average person. So if somebody is working on their business 1 unit of work, I'm working 3 units of work. And so I just kept going. And eventually, like I said, I had a breakthrough, and then another breakthrough, and then another breakthrough. My point to say all this is, yes, I was a madman a little bit. The average person would look at me and say, why would you put yourself through all this pain? You're not going to get anything out of it. Now, mind you, this is the consumer lifestyle. This is the person who's never ran a business, who's never got to that point. And the reason why I'm harsh in these videos at times is because I know what it takes to truly go to the other side, to truly be that person who doesn't work a job anymore, who's achieved all their dreams and all their aspirations. If you go around asking people in this YouTube frame, like the people who comment, the people who watch these videos, And I ask them and I say to them, what do you, if in your largest dreams, in your grandiose dreams, what would you hope to achieve with this whole business thing? Everybody would tell you the same things. They would say, I would never want to work a job. I don't want to work my job. I want to live the life I want to live. I want to spend time with my kids. I want to go where I want to go. I want to do things I want to do. But, and this is my belief, guys, that the only way you could get to that point, you have to do things that nobody around you could picture you doing. And I'm not talking about sales results. I'm talking about action. I'm talking about putting in hours, putting in effort that nobody else is willing to put in. How else are you going to achieve it? How else are you going to get there? You know, and the reason, like I said, why I can be tough in these videos is because I was tough on myself. And I know exactly what it takes to get to the point of success. You have to work so hard that you feel like you don't have it anymore in you. And then you have to keep going some more for months and weeks and years at a time. You have to know what it feels like to, maybe you might go 3 years without any kind of success. Yeah, you have to accept that. That's part of the game. But if you go all out, there's a high chance that you're going to make it. The reason why 99% of people get into business and don't make it is because 99% of the people are not willing to persevere. They're not willing to stick the path for that long. Now, I saw other videos of people trying to say, you know what, you don't have to do all this work, and you don't have to put in a hard effort, and you don't have to, really stretch yourself. I completely disagree, but that's once again because of my experiences. I'm not one of those guys who made a store on Shopify and said, here's how I made $1 million in 30 days with zero experience. That's not me. I never had that Elon Musk level of IQ to just know what to do. I'm not that smart. I'm just willing to work harder than I've ever worked before to achieve something that I've never had before. And that's just simply how it comes. That's it. There's no secrets. There's no magic potion or magic soup or some witch stirring up a pot that I'm going to drink some there is none of that. It's just simply literally making the sacrifice. And when I say making the sacrifice, I'm being realistic. During that period of time, I had all these friends, all these connections, all these people that I used to talk to, and all of a sudden in their eyes, I dropped off the face of the earth. There was no more going out with friends. There was no more playing sports. There was none of that. Things became serious. So my point here is, if you really want to make it, you're going to have to get serious with yourself. Now, some people will disagree with me. Some people would say, no, you could maintain the lifestyle that you used to live and still be successful with business. If you can, great. I just simply don't know how that happens. I don't know how, if you're going out, let's just say on the weekends partying, and then you're going to work on the weekdays, and you watch, your Netflix shows when you come home, and then you go to bed and wake up the next day, and then maybe you do a half hour of work on your business on the side every week. I just don't know how that's going to happen. Maybe some people have that in them. I personally don't know because I haven't experienced that, right? It's not part of my personal experiences. I'm simply sharing from what I personally believe and what I have seen. And I can tell you, with my personal experience, with everything that I've personally been through, I just don't see how success can come by barely showing up. I just don't see it. I had to truly grind to get where I was or get where I am. And it didn't just show, and I'm not talking about this YouTube channel, guys. There's so many businesses beyond this YouTube channel that you guys don't see. I run a portfolio of blogs that I have that produce an income for me every day. I have over 43 passive income blogs. I don't have to touch them. I don't have to write articles. I don't have to do anything. And they produce income. How do you think those things showed up? They didn't just show up out of thin air. That took time for somebody to write them. Right? That clothing business that I started and sold and got acquired a year and a half later, that changed my life completely and my family's life. It didn't just happen from nowhere. It didn't just happen out of magic or thin air. There was work that had to go into that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest and real with you guys because there's a lot that you guys don't see. Right? It's easy to go in here on camera and say, do 60 designs every day for the whole year, but you don't know what compels an individual to actually even think like that. Right? If I had the ability to do 190 designs a day for Redbubble every day, I would, because I'm the type of guy where I don't see a middle ground. I don't see an in-between. I don't see that I could do this the easy way. I don't see an easy way. I go either all in or I don't do it at all. That's just how I am. A lot of people say, why at one point did he do 2 videos a day on YouTube? I don't see a middle ground, guys. I don't know how to, do something the easy way. I just don't. If there are times where you guys see me don't upload or upload a video a day or something like that, it's because I have tremendous things going on outside of the scenes. And I'll be sharing with some of those things with you guys in the future of what they are. Building Airbnbs and things like that is what I'm doing behind the scenes. But my point is, with all this, is sometimes you just got to go all out. And the world today is not telling you that. The world today is not telling you that at all. If you go on the top videos on how to make money on print on demand, how to make dollars, how to do whatever, it's not going to tell you that you have to go all out, you have to go hard, you have to do all the... Why do you think that is? It's because of the ratings. Nobody's going to thumbs up a video where somebody's telling you that you have to put in 100 hours of work a week. Nobody's going to do that because it's not realistic. And if it's not realistic, you're not going to buy into the message. But I'm just sharing with you guys that the only way to really succeed in a realistic kind of way is put unrealistic amounts of work in. And maybe you might make it happen. And guys, once again, my definition of success is different than most people. Maybe your definition of success is not the same as mine. But when I go in to do something, I go in to conquer. I don't go in to play games. I don't go in to make $50 a week. That's not what I do. I do things for. I came into Redbubble saying that I want to produce a full-time income passively. Full-time income. $8, $7, $9, $10,000 a month passively without doing any work by 2023. That's what my goal was. Okay? So I don't play games. I don't do these things for $20 a week or $20 a month. That's not what I do it for. I go all in and all out. That's what I'm talking about. So when you guys hear me say 60 designs a day, every day, then I'm going to be hiring employees to do also 60 designs a day, and we got 5 employees, 6 employees, 10 employees doing the same thing. That's what it's going to take to get there for me. That's why I do things all out. I don't have a middle ground. It's just, I don't know what to say, but my program has changed ever since I got into this business world. Ever 7 years ago, I don't know what the exact number is, but ever since I got into this business world, my program changed as a person. I became a different individual. And I'm just sharing with you guys truthfully from my heart what I personally experience. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully this video came to you in good spirits, and thank you guys for watching. Peace out, bye.